This is Pastor Woodson Moore coming to you from Fairton Christian Center in Fairton, New Jersey, and we're kicking off a brand new week of being able to encourage you in the middle of the day. I hope your day is going well for you, but if it's not, there is a place of safety that you can run into. There is a rock in the midst of a weary land that will cast a shadow that will keep you cool and refreshed. There is water that can come out of the flinty rock to quench your thirst. He is God. He is real, and He loves you, and He is there to strengthen and encourage you. I'd like to speak today, beginning with a scripture from Psalm 33, which probably many of you are familiar with. But it says, "Blessed is the nation," verse 12, "Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people He chose for His inheritance." And I'm sure you're familiar with the first part, the first phrase there, "Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord." And so after our music segment, we want to go into that. We're moving up on the 4th of July, the time where we celebrate the beginnings of our nation, our wonderful, wonderful land. Never has there been a nation like the United States of America, and we want to explore why that's so. There's hardly anybody in the world that can argue that. There's never been a nation so rich. There's never been a nation so powerful. There's never been a nation with such wonderful freedoms and liberties. Why? Why is that the case? And so we want to explore that. Our music this week is going to be provided by Don Francisco, and today's selection is entitled "The World's Greatest Dad" in honor of last Sunday, which was Father's Day.
Sometimes I wish I still played ball, 'cause you were always watching me. And if I recall, the only reason that I tried at all was to make you glad. Mama says that I'm a lot like you, I make and some things I do. I don't mind if it turns out it's true.
Greatest Dad, and we're going to be speaking about blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. I'd like to read a quote to you from President Ronald Reagan. He said, "The family has always been the cornerstone of American society. Our families nurture, preserve, and pass on to each succeeding generation the values we share and cherish, values that are the foundation for our freedoms. Today, more than ever, it is essential these contributions be taken for granted, and each of us remembers that the strength of our families is vital to the strength of our nation." All right, let's take a little trip in the time machine back 100 years ago. A divorce was almost unheard of in this nation. The Supreme Court, the Congress of the United States, both had ruled that we were a Christian nation, which meant that as a Christian nation, we believed in the fundamental principles found both in the Old and New Testament. We believed in the law of Moses, and we also believed in the teachings of Jesus. And both of them secured the family. One of the Ten Commandments is, honor thy father and mother. And in the New Testament it says, honor thy father and mother. It is the first commandment with promise, that things may go well with you, and that you may live long on the earth.